Please take a second to look over this disclaimer before proceeding to the rest of this video. Hi guys, once again this is Alfred from Amassers.com. Okay, this is finally it. We are officially launching and releasing our Forex trading bot, the AUT bot that you've been hearing about if you've been listening to this channel at least for a while now. I'm going to try and do sort of a little tutorial to help um, anyone that's you know purchasing this bot, and you can always see the other videos where I went into great detail about the bot and very transparent about the performance of the bot, about the bad day we had, and how we've corrected this. Um, I'm I'm including a PDF where I go into pretty deep detail about the importance of broker selection, and I share the broker, one of my favorite brokers that are offshore that you've been seeing the results from. I worked this bot on three brokers. I totally removed one. I didn't. There were a lot of things that I didn't like, reactions that I saw there. Trading is a game where you decide to play a game against another person, and that person or entity or algorithm or whatever, it's you versus them, and we're both trying to do the same thing, and that's take money from the counterparty. So I'm going to say this here: make the money, take the money. I say it in all of the videos. I've always suggested it, and every time you, me, or anyone exposes capital to the markets, there's risk involved. This is a very professional bot that it took us longer than I anticipated, but I'm happy for the time that I took because I want to be sure that I'm thorough. And the documentation is thorough. Please read all of the PDF that's going to be included in this zip file. Now let's get on to some stuff right quick, and then I'll get out of here and get some sleep. Um, this is the inside of the account section in this Snappy. And after you've made the purchase, whether you purchase with um, Bitcoin or some other crypto, which we've added that feature to the site, or you use PayPal, when you come back, come up here to accounts, you'll be in this section, and you'll have access to the regular chat. This chat, I'm going to clean this chat up, and I'll probably be in there some to chat with you guys in real time. Um, this is what I want to focus on here. This is the key code. After you've selected your broker and set up an account and funded it and done all the stuff that I point out in the PDF, when you load your MT4 and you're ready to get this going, you're going to need a key code, a license to decrypt the file inside of MT4 and make it work. This license, there's going to be a silver license where your exposure is capped at 2 standard lots, and a gold license where your exposure is capped at 8 standard lots, like I explained in the prior video. This key code is going to last for 60 days. Um, After the 60 days is up, both inside of here, you can see it's going to give you an expiration date, but even in MT4, it's going to tell you how long you've got, I believe, as well. I'm not sure about that. Don't quote me. Okay, but you're always going to see it here. The way you get the key code is you come here and you take the account number from your MT4. Do not set up a demo account on MT4 and drop that number in here because you're only going to be able to trade and install the EA on your MT4. That's a demo account. You'll never make money out of that. If you don't feel comfortable yet and you want to demo everything, then you want to buy a license to trade and demo, then that's fine. Feel comfortable doing that, and that's all you feel comfortable doing. But understand that there's only one use of an account. This prevents um, a lot of problems, i.e., everyone starting to trade this bot, sharing this bot, and creating liquidity crunches for everyone. So this is part of why we're doing it like that. Also, of course, I want to be paid for the work that we've put in. Um, Once you've got your account number, you can go ahead and get a key code. And it, I explain in this next section um, where you're going to put that. Okay, here's the settings section. Once you've got your MT4 up and running and you've loaded that template, you go down to experts in that folder and you're going to see the AUT bot. Click on that, and these are the settings for that bot. This is where you enter your key code. This is a impatient beagle pit in the background. Okay, live trade mode. False. This live trade mode needs to be enabled, and it needs to. You'll see whether or not it's enabled or not, because it'll be on the status screen as well. Trade amount anywhere from 0.01, which is 10 cent, 10 cent a pip, to one standard, or two standard, or eight standards. One standard would be $10 a pip. Okay. Next section is where you talk about how do you want the bot to respond to drawdown. The bot can close half of your position if you have in here an even number. Obviously, 0.01 is the lowest you can go because that's a hundredth of a standard, and so you can't do anything about that. And then, if you want to start in a live account and just see the bot in action and get yourself comfortable, then start there. Start at 0.02, whatever. But you have to have at least 0.02 so that you can close a half a position. You have to have 0.03 so that you can close a third of a position. That's what I'm getting at with that. Okay, now this section here, which is the threshold and pips, you don't have to change anything there. Um, that's just, we're using that and giving about instructions. For this particular pair, 1.5 pips is fine. That's the threshold. It means if the bot's going to crunch all the numbers for you, and if in crunching those numbers, the bot doesn't believe there's even a potential of 1.5 profit, and then it's not going to even attempt to trade. Um, Trading days 7 is false. We're trading Euro USD, and that's always going to be 5 days a week. That's Sunday. For me, it's Sunday at 6 Central, which Sunday at 6 Central is going to start Monday UTC time. Um, this section, you don't need to put anything there. Alerts enabled. If you enable alerts, you can get pop-ups on your screen on the computer that you're running. But you can also enable push notifications where the bot will send messages to your phone about the status of what's going on once it's in a trade. If it takes profit, it will send a message. If it gets into a profitable place, we have what we call a guard dog technology, which means that once you start getting in a profit, the bot is going to crunch the numbers and the bot's going to set a barrier. And even if the broker tries to push it back, then the bot's going to manage that and it's just going to jump out of the trade with some profit as best it can. So that guard dog feature will even come to you in notifications when that happens. Or if we get in a lot of drawdown, the bot's going to start sizing out at that half or 1/3. Those notifications will come to you also to your phone. I explained in a video how to connect your phone to MT4. Trade slippage, you can leave that there. That's half a pip. If the bot suspects that you're going to lose more than half a pip in slippage, then the bot is not going to put on the trade. Trade retries, that's 3. That's fine. Um, Trade retries delays in millisecond. A millisecond is a milli. That's a thousandth of a second. This is 50 milliseconds. That's fine. So it's 51 thousandths of a second. The bot's going to try, take 3 shots at it. If that doesn't happen, then the bot's going to leave for that day, and another day will come. You'll see this in the status almost all the time. The bot's going to, if there's something there, then the bot's going to find it, and the bot's going to get in inside of those 3 attempts. Um, let's see if there's anything else I wanted to talk about. The key. This key is pretty self-explanatory. Once you have the bot loaded, this is the a key to the stuff you're going to see on the screen on the chart. This area here, that's standby. This is if you have this loaded on a chart, it's on a computer or a laptop that's near you, then this is manual monitoring advised, and that means, hey, you're going to improve the performance of the bot by humanizing this. And what's going to happen is once you get the second the bot gets into a trade, it's going to crunch the numbers and it's going to say, you know what, this is a good trade for you to monitor. And if you monitor, you're monitoring for a green arrow. And once you see that green arrow, then you can just exit the trade right there. I want you all to enable one-click trading so that once you've enabled one-click trading, you'll be able to exit by just pressing X down in that bottom area of MT4. Okay, and this is the opposite. This is what it looked like if you're in on a buy and if you're in on a sell. That's what the green arrow is going to look like. These red arrows are when you're going to have a status of a partial position close on a buy or a sell. The bot's going to handle all that on its own. This, how do I do this? Blah blah blah. No, I can't get all of this to fit on the page. But this yellow is when the bot's going to look at the data and the bot is going to say, that's okay, I'll take it from here. If you see a yellow arrow at the start of the trade, that means you can pretty much let the trade run autonomously, and the bot is going to enable the guard dog feature so that if you get it knows where it's going to take profits at, and if you get within that area and you're on your way to profits, the bot's going to put that guard dog out there to make sure that you keep some of that profit and close the trade faster than you probably could on your own. And that's about it, guys. About where am I now? 14 minutes in. I think I've explained everything. If you have any problems in the payment process and getting your key code, write me at alfred@amassers.com, and I'll be sure to respond. We'll get everything straightened out. Um, I have some brokers suggested. This is going to start back on Sunday. Just any questions, just write me. I think I've covered everything I can think of. See you guys on the next video. Once again, like, share, comment, subscribe. You can check this bot out. We're going to leave a link to it on our homepage at worldwideweb.amassers.com.